starting right now.
I saw the kids running away. I heard some screaming.
Tragedy in Tallahassee. Shots fired and multiple dead at Florida State University.
It's just shot after shot after shot.
Action News Jax is on campus, talking to witnesses of this terrifying tragedy.
It was just absolutely horrific, and it's something I'm not going to forget for a very long time.
We start tonight with a live look from Tallahassee. Dozens of Florida State students and community members standing in silence as they think of the 2 lives lost and the 6 people hurt in the mass shooting earlier today. And this is new video tonight of a memorial mass at a cathedral right across from the Florida State University campus where students prayed for the victims.
And more new video from around dusk tonight shows police cleaning up the crime scene. And while the physical reminders can be removed, the emotional ones will endure. Some students returned to the student union and brought flowers for those who lost their lives. New tonight, we heard from a student who saw that suspect shoot a woman. She says she heard the shots and started running.
When he turned to the woman and shot her, that's when I realized there was no target and that it was anybody he could see.
This is Action News Jax, continuing coverage of the mass shooting at Florida State University. I'm Tanika Hughes.
And I'm Yona Gavino in for Ben Becker. Now, here is the very latest. Police say the 2 people who died are not FSU students. 6 patients in the hospital are expected to physically recover. The suspect was identified as Phoenix Eichner. The 20-year-old is an FSU student and the son of a current Leon County deputy. Police say he was using a handgun that was his mother's former service weapon. We have team coverage from our 2 reporters now in Tallahassee.
And we start with Action News Jax, Jake Stofan, who arrived at Tallahassee at around 3 o'clock this afternoon.
I spent the day speaking with FSU students who just described to me how terrifying this situation was to experience. And this not only took an emotional toll on them, but also law enforcement. As officials were talking about this incident, they were becoming emotional, decrying the horrific actions of the shooter, but also praising the heroic efforts of the officers that responded. According to Tallahassee Police Chief Lawrence Revel, the gun 20-year-old FSU student Phoenix Eichner used to kill 2 people and injure 5 others on FSU's campus belonged to his mother, Deputy Jessica Eichner, who served with the Leon County Sheriff's Office for 18 years as a school resource officer. The weapon was not her active agency-issued weapon, rather a previous one she'd purchased from the Sheriff's Office after it was set to be replaced. It's not clear whether the gun was stored properly, and Leon County Sheriff Walt McNeil says as of now, there are no indications Deputy Eichner needs to be put on any kind of suspension or leave. The alleged shooter also served on the Leon County Sheriff's Office Youth Advisory Council. Chief Revel praised law enforcement's quick response to the shooting and their bravery in engaging Eichner without hesitation. I spoke with Fleming Island native and FSU sophomore Madison Marilis earlier this afternoon. She not only works at the student union where the shooting occurred, but she just walked by there 30 minutes before she got the campus notification informing her of the shooting.
There's one video of someone filming and there's some lady covered in blood and there's blood on the sidewalk, and that's the same stretch of sidewalk that I take every morning to walk to my job or to my class, and that was very jarring. That made me genuinely very sick to my stomach, and it's a very unfortunate. I don't have the words to express how horrible this is.
Eichner was shot by police and transported to a hospital where he has invoked his right to remain silent. So as of now, any indications as to what motivated this horrific shooting still remain unclear. For local coverage you can count on in Tallahassee, I'm Jake Stofan, Action News Jax.
New video now from inside the FSU Student Union. You can see notebooks, glasses, phones, book bags, laptops. Students left it all behind as they ran for safety. Now, campus police is working to set up times and locations for students to claim their items if they show a student ID.
Tonight, dozens of students gathered for a memorial to the victims, and they are still standing vigil right now. Action News Jax live team coverage continues with Alexis Clevenger live in Tallahassee.
And this memorial site only continues to grow tonight as this entire community is coming together after today's tragedy. I want to set the scene for you here on the FSU campus tonight. A lot of emotions. Many students tell me it's hard to even describe how they are feeling. We've seen hugs to tears and prayers here at this memorial site. Now, some students I talked with tell me that they left campus earlier when everything happened, and tonight is the first time they've been back onto campus since the shooting. They describe it as an eerie feeling. We got here around 7 tonight, and since then we've watched dozens of students come in numbers, drop off flowers, candles, stuffed animals. This memorial site is on Legacy Walk, and it's just near where police continue to investigate this shooting. Now, students I spoke to say the FSU community is strong, and together they will get through this.
It's brought us together over such an unfortunate event.
We're all going to stick together. We're all a big family here at FSU, so we're all just going to kind of lean on each other's backs and have each other's backs, be there for each other, support each other.
And you can really just feel the sadness here on campus tonight as these students show support to the victims. The investigation continues, and we're going to continue to stay here in Tallahassee. We'll bring you updates on air and online. For local coverage you can count on in Tallahassee, Alexis Clevenger, Action News Jax.
Now, one FSU student recorded audio of a loud alert that played over the loudspeakers just moments after the gunfire started.
Attention. A dangerous or life-threatening situation exists on campus. Take shelter now.
Students left the campus buildings with their hands up. In one classroom, students piled desks against the door as a barricade. A faculty member recorded this video of a building after it was cleared by the SWAT team. Pink slips of tape show a room that also had been cleared. Locked doors were broken open by police. Now, many of us learned about the shooting on FSU's campus through an alert on our smartphones, but that alert carried a whole different meaning for former Jacksonville Mayor Lenny Curry. His son Boyd is an FSU sophomore, and it turns out the younger Curry was safe in his on-campus apartment at the time.
I'm grateful for my child. You know, having spent 8 years in office and dealt with families in crisis, my first place was, is my son okay? Now that I know he's okay, I'm thinking about first responders.
Now, Curry was mayor when there was a mass shooting during a video game competition in Jacksonville, The Landing in 2018. That shooter killed 2 people and hurt 10 others before killing himself. And there are going to be parents and friends of FSU students who are going to be emotionally affected by today's events. In the last hour, we learned that FSU will hold a vigil for victims tomorrow at 5 p.m. The school also said that counseling and victims advocates will be available for all students starting tomorrow. The National Disaster Distress Helpline is ready to help. You can call 1-800-985-5990 to get immediate counseling over the phone. That helpline is operated by the Federal Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
Action News Jax heard from groups of students at UNF who heard about the news either online or from their loved ones who go to FSU.
That's something that shouldn't happen, and then especially because I do have friends over there.
Oh, text my girlfriend, Michaela. Yeah, I texted her instantly, texted mom and dad. And she responded pretty quick, and she let me know that she was okay, so that was a sigh of relief.
All of the students we spoke with said their friends were not in the area where the shooting happened. One UNF student told us their friend at FSU was in a dorm on campus at the time of the shooting. He says he called them immediately when he heard the news.
Yeah, they said it was scary for them. I mean, they were actually in that dorm the moment it happened, and they didn't figure out it happened till 20 minutes after. So until they got on their phone and they were seeing other people post about it, they had no clue.
UNF President Moaz Lamayam said in a statement, "Our hearts go out to the Florida State University community as they navigate the tragic event at their student union today. Many of us have family, friends, and colleagues who work or attend FSU. I urge you to offer your support and check on them."
Edward Waters University had its brush with the mass shooting, and its president sent condolences to the FSU community. Edward Waters University responded saying that they are profoundly saddened to learn of the senseless act of violence. The president and CEO saying that no college or university community should ever have to endure the terror of an active shooter, the chaos of sheltering in place, or the grief of lives lost and disrupted. In August of 2023, a man with a gun drove to a parking lot on the EWU campus. A security guard confronted him, and then he left. And that's when the shooter went to a nearby Dollar General and killed 3 black people in what's being described as a racist attack. There was another shooting on the FSU campus 11 years ago. In 2014, 3 students were hurt when a gunman started shooting at a campus library, and that gunman was killed by police. Stay with Action News Jax for continuing coverage of the mass shooting at Florida State University. We will have live reports from Tallahassee on Action News Jax this morning. You can find all of our coverage, additional statements, more videos and interviews on the Action News Jax app and on actionnewsjax.com.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish. As temperatures continue mild this evening on our First Alert Neighborhood Weather Station Network, Duval County, mostly in the 60s, but I'm tracking a warming trend the next few days in your First Alert forecast.
Celebrating a project that's both late and millions of dollars over budget. The local leaders cheering JTA's achievement. But first,
we're always looking at policies.
Jacksonville Sheriff T.K. Waters speaks to a reporter for the first time in 2 weeks what he's saying about the investigation into the death of a jail inmate.